let me talk to you. Yeah. So today we're gonna talk to you about the John Cena allegations from David Otunga. So David Otunga was fucking not just bullied but fucking sabotaged. And John Cena, turns out, he got the whole Nexus, all five of them, fired basically. And it turns out John Cena is a fucking psychopath, more like a sociopath. And a hostile one. Okay, not the funny one like me. All right. We're also gonna mention the NXT Deadline pay-per-view and the AW Collision that I managed to see. Tonight, last night, whatever you wanna call it. I just woke up. Let me cough to you right off the bat. I mean, dude, David Otunga was like the leader of this group of 5 young guys who were like coming out to take out John Cena in a storyline. There were supposed to be 5 guys who wanna like the Shield. Just 5 guys, and they form a crew, and they're just they're gonna beat up everybody. And so they are brought in the show to like fight with John Cena, and like they do a fight, and finally in some kind of one of the pay-per-views, John Cena manages to beat them somehow. He manages to beat 5 guys. Bullshit like that. Oh, if I remember correctly, it was some kind of a match where they got like to fight him. Was it only him? Was it like 5-on-1? And he managed to beat them. And then after that, like they break up somehow. They turn into like 2 of the guys remain as they renamed themselves like Core, like some kind of a super weird team name, Core. And then they just like fizzle away, right? And it's funny. The funniest thing is, John Cena was also a piece of shit to Bray Wyatt, who was Husky Harris back then. And Bray Wyatt went out to become a way more fun character. Okay, a way more fun. Like he had like 2 personas. He had like the Bray Wyatt Far Cry 5 villain, like a weird religious redneck or whatever. And then he had the Fiend and the Happy Fun House, whatever, where he's just like being creepy like me. It's like he's playing me, right? And he was like a way more fun character than fucking John Cena. And John Cena was such a jealous piece of shit, bro. Such a jealous piece of shit. Even though by the time Nexus came, everybody was already sick of John Cena, and John Cena was like the equivalent of Seth Rollins or like Jey Uso. Like, just he's stale. People hate him. That they're sick of this fucking babyface bullshit. So Vince really wasn't that much of a good booker. Vince wanted to always book John Cena because he was his boy. Now, were they having sex? I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but he was always I get that the kids love John Cena and that he was selling a lot of toys and a lot of new t-shirts and armbands, and all the kids are buying John Cena. And these kids grew up to be today's Zoomer millennials. These kids that grew up with John Cena probably grew up to be the shittiest fucking generation, bro. So if you grew up with John Cena, when he was getting famous, I was like 11th grade. If you were like a 12-year-old, so you were 12, I was like 16-year-old. So it's like if I'm 37, if you're like 32, you are the worst soy boy middle generation before the Zoomers, right? You grew up with John Cena, you're fucked up. Your role model is John Cena. Okay? Actually, no, you have to be. You gotta be younger, because when I was 11th grade, he was like cool. Like, he was coming. It was like he was still kind of like between thugonomics. And after I finished high school, he became like the fruity, kid-friendly, yellow shirt. He's selling orange shirt, red t-shirt, green t-shirt. He's fucking selling colors of the rainbow. You gotta buy a new t-shirt every month, bro. You gotta collect them all. So we gotta spend $20 per month on John Cena t-shirts. All the kids. And you know what's the gay shit about that? It's the kids at school. The kids at school wearing John Cena t-shirts, and then it's like one kid is gonna come up with the new red John Cena t-shirt, and this one is red, and it's noticeable. It's like, hey, you kids, you got the white John Cena t-shirts, but I got the new red one. And everybody's like, man, now we gotta get the red one. Stevie got the red one. And then next month it's like, oh shit, Matthias got the yellow t-shirt, the new one. So now all the kids in school, peer pressure, gotta get the new John Cena t-shirt. You know how gay that is? It's like when we were in high school, and like Yu-Gi-Oh was like kind of cool. Like Yu-Gi-Oh came out when I was like 9th grade, okay, and it was like super cool. It was like, man, Yu-Gi-Oh. And you just see these companies, like you don't just buy like a few decks of cards, right? You don't just buy a few decks of cards and be like, yeah, okay, that was cool. They keep like making like new animes, new characters, new cards, and you just say, oh shit, now I gotta buy the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX cards. Now they got hero cards. Now they got the new deck with the dinosaurs. Now they got fucking tarot cards. And by the way, that was like my favorite. My favorite villain was like the super creepy tarot obsessed guy that was like, his whole deck was like with fucking pendulums and shit. Okay? The super creepy freak, that was my favorite. He was like some type of a cult leader. They were all like dressed in white and shit. Anyway, to get back on point. So I don't fucking go shizo on you. The David Otunga allegations. So what David Otunga said, you go watch that video, please. You go watch that video. First of all, now, David never said if he pissed off John Cena to begin with. Like, well, were you an asshole to him? Were you... But the way he says it, he claims that he was coming on the show, he hasn't even met John Cena, and they were telling him, Otunga, John Cena kicked you out of the locker room. Like, you can't change in the locker room. It's like, what? I haven't even met this, this current famous guy, and he already said that I can't dress in the locker room. I mean, obviously that's some fucking... Like, he is cucking you from the start. He's making you quit your job from the start, You're in this position. You're the new guy, the new young guy, who is like coming on the show, and you're gonna be, you're gonna be Nexus, you're gonna be fighting against John Cena. And the current famous guy that basically he's the face of the company. Nobody's gonna fire him. The boss loves him. He's like, yeah, they can't change it in our locker room. Like they gotta change it in the janitor's closet. And that is some high school like the disgusting shit. Like if you're a grown ass man like that, you start a fight. Okay, that is. And John Cena knows he's a piece of shit because if David Otunga goes to talk to him, like he can't do shit. Like John Cena is like basically sleeping with the boss. You know, he's the face of the company. So you're not gonna get into a fight with John Cena, you're gonna get fired. You're not gonna get into his face, you're just gonna get fired. So you could stand up for yourself, but it's like it's over. So like John Cena knows this and he's like abusing you as much as he can. Okay, and that is Bulgarian level bullshit. Like that is the absolute. I hate assholes like that with like all my heart. Okay, I wish them the worst of curses. Like I wish John Cena cancer. Okay, and you gotta ask it because this is not like the one thing. This continues. This like escalates. Okay. And you're like, well, what if David Otunga is lying? What if he's making shit up? I don't think he is. I mean, yeah, we gotta know the truth. We should find out the truth. We should ask the other Nexus guys because they knew what was happening, so they will tell you the truth. So ask Slater and the other guys what they're gonna say. Now, you can't really trust what's his name, the British guy. You can't trust the British guy because he's currently an announcer that way, so he's employed, so he might not want to tell you the truth. But you can ask like Slater, you can ask Daniel, what was his name, the Asian guy. The creepy fucking part is John Cena was going on the Make-A-Wish Foundation all the time for the last 15 years. John Cena was going to all these sick kids. He's like, hey, it's John Cena, kiddo. John Cena came to see you before you died from cancer. And you're gonna think like this is like the coolest guy ever. He's always finding time. He's always going to all these hospitals. He was going to all these like kids suffering from disease. He's like, hey kid, it's John Cena, I brought you a t-shirt. And you gotta say, if somebody like goes to like different hospitals probably twice per month for the last 15 years, he's met like 1 million children. You're gonna say this guy, he gotta be a saint. I mean, even if he turns out to be like maybe kind of an asshole, at least he loves children, right? At least like he loves children, he's just not getting along with grown-up people. And you're like, this guy gotta be a saint. And he like you have to understand that his image, playing the toy soldier, was just brainwashing for the US Army. We often forget that, okay? We often forget that the WWE has like DOD ties, they have like US Army ties, and they do shows for the military. They fly to Iraq, they fly to do shows for the US military, okay, in other countries where there's war. So they are, when the US military helps out some movie by like giving them a tank for a scene, they're like, you gotta show us in a good light. You can't show us losing, you can't show us being like assholes, you gotta show us the U.S. soldiers are always like amazing, you know. So when I would make a threat on 4chan on the K forum, on the K board, and I would say, hey, I was raped in the U.S. Army, don't join. They would delete my thread in seconds. Like there was somebody, you know, there is somebody on shift, and they are deleting that thread. They will not allow you to see it. Like, even though I was like trolling, right? So turns out there were 16,000 cases of like attempted rape in the US military only in the year of 2016. So this is in 1 year. 2016, 16,000 cases. Now look, I know America is a big country. I know, America has 130 million people, right? That's a lot of people. We get it. But like 16,000 cases in 1 year. Like, bro, if I was like a general, I would do something about that shit. I'll be like, okay, it's like, we're putting cameras everywhere. People are going to jail for like 10 years. Like, nobody's trying to haze anybody, okay? It makes us look like the Russians, okay? And keep in mind, in 2016, America wasn't really like engaged in a war, like they weren't like in Iraq. There's not an active war, okay? So there is no pressure. You're not in Vietnam. You're not getting like psychologically fucked. You are just being paid to work out and train in like a military base in America, like next to your town, right? So you're going to work, you're marching, you're doing some exercise, you're shooting, like, pretty chill. There's no war, you're not getting deployed in Vietnam, and you're still like, you know what? I'm a raper, motherfucker. It's fucking crazy, bro. Anyway, you gotta understand that John Cena was molded. John Cena was molded to be like this like role model where it's like brainwashing all the kids like, when we grow up, we're gonna become soldiers and we're gonna die for Israel. We're gonna get deployed in Iran. Hoorah! We're getting the Mommy, Daddy, I wanna be deployed in Iran. I wanna be like John Cena, I wanna die for Israel. It's like, I sound crazy, but think about it. Am I wrong? I sound crazy, I get it, but think about it. Am I wrong? You have a whole generation of kids, they're obsessed with John Cena. He's like doing like army salutes in the ring. He's like, I salute you kids, the brave soldiers of America. I'm just, I'm like warping as a military guy, even though I haven't been to the army. And it's like, who has? Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was actually in the fucking army, okay? Is it John Cena climbing ropes and like surviving in the jungle, for days? Like, no, Bobby Lashley has, went through some actual fucked up training. And like all these kids, and they're like, yeah, John Cena, the soldier, U.S. soldier, so cool. I'm gonna be like John Cena when I grow up. I'm gonna salute people, join the army. It's like, it's fucked up, okay? But luckily, a certain type that controls the U.S. government decides to do the LGBT brainwashing of the kids. So instead of them growing up to want to be soldiers, they're like, I'm gonna be a tranny now. I'm gonna be metrosexual now. So it's like they fuck up their own brainwashing. Like, first, you want to brainwash kids to become soldiers and die, for the GDP, for the oil barons, for the Israel. But like, well, we also want to brainwash white children to become like trainees. So it's like you don't know what you want. You absolutely do not know what you want. Do you want to humiliate, white and black kids, or do you want to send them to die for Israel? Because you can't have both. You're asking for too much. Okay, sweetie? You can't have both flavors of ice cream. Okay, sweetie? Well, I was just coughing, guys. I didn't say anything, okay? Where was I? Where was I? What was I talking about? So, John Cena, like, you gotta understand the whole thing. Like, the first WWE movie, the first, when WWE decided to go into, like, making movies, it was The Marine with John Cena, which is actually a pretty fucking cool movie. Like, it's a cool fucking action movie. There's lots of explosions. John Cena is cool. Like, the villain is like the base guy from Terminator 2, It's a really cool fucking movie, bro. Okay? However, again, the movie is called The Marine. It's about a Marine who goes to everything to save fucking Stacy, okay? And, again, it's cool. The message is cool. It's like, oh wow, the government in Hollywood is giving me a message that, I can be manly, I can save the girl, I can blow up the bad guy, I can be manly. Yeah, but they're giving you the message because they want you to die in a war. Meanwhile, some chud like me in Bulgaria is like buying Lockheed Martin stocks and, General Dynamics stocks. Who's General Dynamics? The one that made the B-2 bomber, the big stealth bomber, Who's Lockheed Martin? The ones that made the F-117 stealth, the Nighthawk. So, you're like, you're the toy soldier. You grow up to go die in a war. The rich make money from the oil. Fucking Halliburton, some CEO, he never has to send his son to die, but he gets to make millions of dollars with the oil. You die in a war. Your mommy is crying on your grave. Meanwhile, so some chud like me in Bulgaria, I'm like a graphic designer. I'm like, hey, I just bought Lockheed Martin stock. I made some money. But, Joshua, Jonathan, what's a nice American name? What's a nice American name? Jim. I don't know. It's like you think about it. I'm like a 5'8" guy, Never was like really into shape. Only now I'm like in shape. And still, like at 37 now, I have like a little chin fat. That's like, I'm in shape, but I'm still cursed by having like a little chin fat. Okay. But like the American child, you're like some 6'5", you're gonna be like Jack Reacher when you grow up. You have blue eyes, you're blonde, you're like genetically, you're just like bigger and stronger and better than me, right? And you grow up in a nice country, you're eating bacon, you're eating eggs, and then one day they're like, hey, we need you to send you to Iraq because we want to get the oil. George Bush said that there's weapons of mass destruction, bro. They blew up the Twin Towers. Meanwhile, in Israel, they're like fucking celebrating. They're like laughing about it. It's like, yeah, they're gonna go to war. We're gonna get to expand now. So you get sent. You're like, I'm gonna be like John Cena. You get blown up by some fucking landmine. You never had like a fair, like a honorable Viking fight. You never like engaged in a fair combat. You just, you're driving in your Humvee and just like, boof, oopsie. And, here's this kid who's like an absolute chat, who's an absolute chat, like women would like come talk to you instead of me, and you just like died for nothing. And like, the Halliburton's son is on a yacht somewhere partying with girls, even though he's a fucking incel. And me, the chuddy from Bulgaria, I'm fucking, oh, I made $100 on a Lockheed Martin stock. I'm a war dog. I'm making profit from war. And that's why shit is fucked up. Okay, that's not okay. Okay, now, if it was like a more fair deal, if it was like, okay, we want to go to war with Iran because we want to take their resources and their fucking moosies, and we want to take their resources and we want to fuck them up. And we say, soldiers, you're going to get like a lot of money, right? You're going to get a lot of money. So, it's like a more fair deal. Like you're going to get some kind of a percentage of the spoils, right? Then you can say, okay. But it's not like that. They promise you benefits. If you get injured, if you get PTSD, we're gonna have you healthcare for the rest of your life. You're gonna retire early. It's like they're screwing you over. Veterans all the time are getting screwed over, and they are getting like treated like garbage by the police when they come back home. It's like fucking Rambo. Okay? Fucking hell, man. Seriously. I've seen videos, man. I've seen videos of cops like, asshole cops like tasing a veteran, arresting him for no reason, just getting aggressive, tasing him. And some veteran guy that's like twice as big as him, and he's just like being nice. He's like trying to be very cordial. And it's fucking ugly. Like it makes me fucking rage. Like, you go risk your life. You go risk your life, and then you get treated like fucking garbage by cops. Donut eaters. People who eat donuts and get fat. Okay. I don't know what the fuck to tell them. Like veterans, it's not that cops don't risk their lives, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get back on subject because we got off subject again. Okay, I've got fucking ADHD. But at least you learned something. At least in these long podcasts, you actually learned something, right? Because if you listen to Boy Monsoon and The Hater and CJX, they're very entertaining. They're talking only about the wrestling. They're staying on subject. But if you listen to me, it's gonna get fun. It's gonna get like off the record. We're gonna start talking about other stuff. So it's like refreshing. Okay. I'm not gonna say bad things about the other guys. We're just different. Are they better reviewers than me of wrestling? Yeah, definitely. However, I'm also, you listen to them, then it's like, who else do I listen to? Well, you get to listen to your buddy Kirill, okay? You get to hear my take. Because, I was going to say that I make longer podcasts than them, but frankly, Bobby and CJ started making these like 2-3 hour live videos. They're fucking mogging me in the content department. Okay. Anyway, so David Otunga, he's told he's being kicked out by John Cena from the locker room when he just came to work for the first time, right? Before that, he was in NXT, right? So now, he has, they have a match with John Cena. John Cena botches a move on purpose. John Cena knows exactly what he's doing, but he sells a move way too early on purpose to make it look bad, and then starts yelling at David Otunga in the middle of the ring during the match. He starts like hitting him like harder, for real. Like he starts beating him up, but it's like a little too much, a little too strong. So he starts kind of beating him up for real, right? And starts screaming in the ring how, "You're a stupid idiot, I'm gonna get you fired, what the hell is wrong with you?" So he's trying to gaslight Otunga that somehow he made the move wrong, but Otunga was doing everything right. It was John Cena that sold the move too early before it happened. So John Cena made himself look bad and then tried to gaslight David Otunga, right? And you can see that Otunga is probably not lying because, months later, Bray Wyatt would kind of poke John Cena in the eye by accident during a match, and John Cena would explode, and they would get fired. They would get moved to another show. Like John Cena was definitely a fucking, protecting his job, like a jealous piece of shit. We should talk about Rhea Ripley and like Stephanie Bakir, but frankly, I don't even know like anything. Like there's nothing like I'm noticing. There's no like inside information. But we should talk about that later. And I mean, women tend to be conniving. But like, I doubt that Rhea Ripley is gonna be like such a piece of shit on the level of John Cena, okay? So even if she's getting butthurt, like they're bringing it like other women, they're stealing her spotlight. Like, I mean, all the women are gonna be jealous. It's always gonna be a factor of like, you don't want to get replaced by like newer girls. But I doubt that she's gonna be I don't think she's gonna be a piece of shit like John Cena, okay? What else? So John Cena like goes backstage. They go backstage after the match. He's continuing to like yell at Otunga's face. He's like being an asshole to him, yelling in his face, calling him an idiot. And like that shit is not okay. Okay, because it was clear that John Cena was the one that did something wrong. And because John Cena is yelling at you, like, if you yell at him, if you say, "Man, that's not what happened, fuck you, man," you're like the fresh new guy, so nobody's gonna be like it's very easy to like gaslight you, right? So Johnson is absolutely abusing, his position being like the famous guy of the face of the company. So he's abusing it. And he's trying to like get these guys fired, bro. He's like doing the same thing Triple H was doing, you know. He's like the clique. We're gonna get everybody fired. We're gonna be champions forever. Okay, and now this sociopathic piece of shit gets to have like a thank you, Cena. Thank you, Cena. He gets to have a 1-year retirement tour. Like, fuck you, Cena. Seriously. What a fucking piece of shit. It's like, other people, they have like a retirement match. They have like one last run, a retirement match. And they're like happy. Cena needs to have like a special year dedicated to him. Like, fuck you, Cena. Seriously, fuck you. Did Stone Cold have a retirement year tour? Did who else? Did The Undertaker have a retirement tour? Did who else am I missing? Did Dwayne Johnson have like a retirement year? Nope. Who else am I missing? It's like John Cena. He's the first one to have a whole year dedicated to himself. We're gonna hear about his shitty fucking tour. Grandpapa is retiring. It's like some kind of a selling point, like just to get fucking ticket sales, and fuck off with that gay shit. And by the way, I'm happy that Triple H ruined his retirement tour because that's what he deserves. Like, fuck John Cena, man. Triple H is doing the same shit to him that he was doing to the younger guys. Like, he's like sabotaging him. Like, okay, your last match is gonna be against Gunther. You're gonna job out to Brock Lesnar in a 5-minute match, you know. And I fucking love it because Cena is such a psychopath. He's such a sociopath that, like, being told like Brock Lesnar is only gonna come back if he gets to beat you up. He's like, fuck, I gotta lose against Brock Lesnar in a fucking squash match. And like Brock Lesnar, he's the same piece of shit. He's like fucking laughing like, hey, I'm only coming back. You need me. I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm only coming back if you let me beat up John Cena. Right? And it's not like Brock Lesnar is gonna assert himself in like an amazing 20-minute match like Will Ospreay or John Moxley trying to make an amazing, unforgettable match like once in a lifetime. No, it's like a quick 5-minute cash grab, quick fucking squash match. So Brock Lesnar just does suplexes. That's like one of the most, generic moves in wrestling. Like you gotta do a suplex and an F5. He was not doing any cool shit. He was not putting his body in danger. Brock Lesnar was not jumping from the top rope. Okay, he was not going through tables. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna do suplexes. I'm gonna suplex you, and I'm gonna F5 you, and I win. And John Cena must have been so fucking mad, bro. Fucking piece of shit, deserves it, bro. So what were we? John Cena proceeds to fuck with him the same way, like couple more times. And at some point, Randy Orton botches something, and John Cena is trying to yell at Otunga. They go backstage. John Cena is like trying to get in Otunga's face, and Randy Orton is like, "Hey, Otunga, that was my fault. Don't worry about it." So Randy Orton, saves him, stands up for him, and says, "Hey, Otunga, that was me, bro. It wasn't your fault." And John Cena is like fucking fuming, steaming, and they're supposed to go to the bar after work, and John Cena is trying to get Otunga drunk. He was making him do like 16 shots, okay, and then tells him that, man, this was this was the spot, you were a goner, I was gonna get you fired. But John Cena is a fucking... Can you imagine what a psychotic piece of shit you have to be to like treat people this way? And this is like a new guy. This is a new guy. You're the face of the company. You know that Uncle Vince isn't gonna replace you with David Otunga. Like he might become famous, but he's not gonna replace John Cena, bro. Okay? And John Cena absolutely like in his sick head, he's like thinking like, oh man, Otunga is gonna replace me, bro. They're gonna replace. He's fucking psychotic, for fuck's sake. And I know that you're gonna say I'm a psychopath for making jokes about Rhea Ripley, making jokes that I'm gonna kidnap her. It's like both of us know that I'm full of shit. Both of us know that, you know, I say creepy shit to be funny, and it comes out like super weird, and I'm not gonna bother trying to actually kidnap a 30-year-old woman while I'm actually married. Okay, like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm obsessed with you, Ripley, now that you've been used by your husband, you know, you're 30 years old and you've been, you know, pretty much you've already been chewed, okay, you've been chewed. I'm obsessed over a second-hand car. It's like, I get that people would call me a psychopath because of my creepy jokes, but you can kind of see that when I make the joke, it's like asking Grok, the AI. I'm asking Grok, what if we kidnap Rhea Ripley with a hot air balloon? It's going to be like international waters. We can kidnap her with a hot air balloon, so it's going to be legal, right? Because in air, in the sky, it's like international waters, right? You can see I'm fucking kidding. Okay? You can see, like, I might be creepy, but, like, nobody's coming to fucking kidnap Rhea Ripley, bro, okay? Fucking hell. Okay? The creepiness comes because I don't get tired of it. It's like 6 months. I stick to a joke, and it's funny to me for 6 months, so that's like autism, okay? So it's creepy, but like, I'm not like hazing her at work trying to get her fired, and like, it's not malicious like trying to spread rumors that she has AIDS, you know, ruin her reputation. It's like, no, it's a, you know, just a friendly psychopath saying that your husband can't cook and that you're being malnourished and he has to save you from it. Oh. Anyway, so John Cena, holy shit, I'm looking at a screenshot. So, job interview. Hi Gavin, we appreciate you taking the time to interview with us, but unfortunately we'll be pursuing other candidates. For future references, asking questions about salary, responsibilities, and work culture are not things we like to discuss during the interview process. Anyway, so John Cena, what happens later is they have a match with Nexus. Husky Harris, who is Bray Wyatt, ends up poking John Cena in the eye by accident. John Cena implodes. Then he's like screaming at them backstage. He's like, angry. I'm gonna scream at you and you have to take it. It's like, dude, what a fucking piece of shit. And And so they get like basically fired. They get moved to like some indie show, right? So you don't get to see Bray Wyatt until years later. So I'm back from a workout. Just do some diamond push-ups in the park. Just do some pike push-ups, and people just want to talk to me. I must be the most charismatic guy in Bulgaria, or people are just fucking insane. Because like I am in the mud. It is muddy. I am in the park, on the grass. It's muddy. It's shitty weather. Some guy must be a neighbor, I guess. Pass on the street like 10 meters away. Pass on the street. Steps on the grass, like takes a few steps on the grass to like tell me something like a joke. Like I have no idea what he said, but it was like something, hey, would you give me a hammer? And I was just like putting my gloves on. I was just putting some work gloves to like do some push-ups because it's muddy. And I'm like, and he's like looking at me like he's not fucking with me or anything. He looks like a friendly guy. And I'm like, bro, I don't understand you. He's like, I was just joking. And he like goes away. And I see him, he like enters a small store. So like, he must be a neighbor, I guess. And it's like, you know, when you're me and you already have anxiety for these fucking freaks, it's like, dude, it's Sunday, it's 3:30 p.m. It's raining. It's not raining, but it's like, you know, it's about to rain. It already rained yesterday. Mud. You're like, I don't fucking, what makes these people want to like talk to people so much, you know? I think I would be perfect like in Germany where people don't talk to each other, like they're like very autistic. So it's like, I just work out in the parking, like nobody tries to be friendly with me because, you know, they're going to say some dumb shit. They're going to make some dumb joke. And I'm going to fucking snap. And then it's going to be like, why are you threatening me with a knife? Like, legitimately, I can't understand what makes me so like, do I look friendly? I don't know, like people, I'm just working out in the park. They want to talk to me. They want to like say something. Okay. They gotta be like starving for a connection, bro, because like when you're a cool person and you already have your social meter full, right? And like you don't need to talk to new people because you already like have everything. You know, I have fans, I have friends. Like I don't need to go to talk to random people on the street, like to start a conversation. But these, you know, like Bulgarians, like nobody wants to talk to them because they're fucking assholes. Like they would say something to insult you without even fucking thinking. Then it's like, oh, nobody wants to talk to me, so I'm gonna go try to make friends on the street. And it's like, no. I know very well. It's always like weirdos and boomers. It's always weirdos and boomers trying to talk to people because nobody wants to be their friend, bro. So they're like starving for attention. It's like you're gonna say some dumb shit, you're gonna insult people, okay? In Bulgaria, it's like custom to like when friends meet to always be like, hey, you've gotten fat, hey, you've gotten thinner, hey, you lost too much weight. So you're either fat or you're too thin. You always gotta say some shit like, hey, you've gotten old. It's like, dude, like these are retards. Do you understand that their minds are fucking closed? Okay, that there's no fucking soul inside. And I'm like, I guess I'll just like start wearing headphones. I guess I'll just start wearing headphones, bro, because I just like, I don't want to look like a guy that you want to like come talk to me, you want to say something. And it's winter season. There's fucking grifters everywhere. Some guys were like trying to ask me for coins because he got stuck in this town and he wants to go back to his town. You can go insane, bro. And I am legit jealous of Rhea Ripley. That she has some fucking ranch, like in the middle of nowhere. I don't think she has neighbors, Frank. I don't know. I don't know. It's like people would not fucking come, like randomly talk to her. Like you're trying to work out, somebody's like, hey, what you doing? What you doing, sweetie? Hey, sweetie, I don't think you're doing the curls right. Oh, man. If there's any guy that understands how she feels when she decided to make a home gym, like how pissed off she has to be, it has to be me. It has to be me because I know like these people, bro, are fucking like, 10% of people are really fucking awesome, and you want to hang with them. You just want to have like your little circle of friends and just be like, you're working out with your bros, you maybe with some women. They're fucking cool, And the rest of people are just fucking unbearable, dude. Unbearable. Okay? And you see this with even with like subreddits and Discord servers, like everybody wants to ban you, but then like if they try to come to your server, they're like fucking obnoxious. So they just want to ban you from their server, right? But then if they come to yours, they're like fucking obnoxious, bro. Okay? And they're trying to destroy that. They will like report you like, these guys said something racist. They want to destroy, and they're butthurt that nobody wants to come hang with them. Because they just ban people to feel like a power trip, like a Mr. Small Dick, right? Anyway, dude, John Cena, absolute piece of shit. Like, legit, like, hope he fucking dies from cancer, bro. Fuck him. I've worked with such fucking freaks. Bulgarians are fucking horrible. My last job, there was only one Bulgarian who happened to be the lead designer. He was an absolute piece of shit. He tried to like write in caps lock. He tried to bust my balls, asking me like why some task was like taking me 1 hour when it's like the task was for the end of the day, bro. Because when we started, he was like, oh, everything's super chill here, bro. We have so much free time. No rush. And then he's like doing everything to sabotage me, like a complete piece of shit. Okay? And, I just happen to be an evil, I don't want to say a Satanist, but, I'll fix you up, faggot. I'll fix you up. And then like my major woman, some Croatian whore, tries to be like, well, you gotta stay 1 hour for free if there's any changes. And I'm like, no, like this is like crazy. I just fucking ghosted them on the spot. Like, I'm okay. Man, this is fucking insane, bro. This is fucking insane, I'm telling you. Bulgarians, like, I am never again working with Bulgarians. Like, I have a few friends on LinkedIn. Women, men, they're fucking amazing. I love them. But like everybody else, like I cannot work with Bulgarians. They are just like John Cena. They will try everything. They feel threatened. They want to like fuck with you. They want to insult you. They want to be like They're like a fucking imbecile, you know. And that's why when I found out this about John Cena, I was like, bro, what a piece of shit. And keep in mind, John Cena came naked on like the Oscar awards. So it's like, why do you have to do weird humiliation rituals just to become famous? Like, it's weird. It's weird. Why would you... When they make you do like weird humiliation rituals, like dressing like a girl, wearing a skirt, coming naked on stage, like that is a, you know, humiliation ritual to test you if you would do anything to be famous. And John Cena was already famous. He could have been in like some B movies, like he doesn't need to do humiliation rituals, but like he chose to do it. And that spells like a real piece of shit that only cares about being famous. And he's like the other thing. He wears suits everywhere. Okay? He's the type of psychopath that wears suits all the time. It's like, bro, I bought a sports jacket. I look good, you know. I wore it a couple of times. I was like, I want to look good. I'm going to wear a sports jacket. And it's like, dude, I am like over it. Like, it's not comfortable. I don't like wearing it. It's just not comfortable. It's annoying. I'm not going to work like in some job that requires it. And I literally wore it a few times and I'm like, no, I want to be me more. This is not me. Like wearing a suit. I don't need to wear a suit. Like I'm the real me. If we're going to like a social event, I guess, but like just casually wearing a suit, like going to the store, just to, like a fucking redneck, like a Bulgarian redneck. I'm gonna wear a suit to the supermarket so everybody gonna see I'm a well-dressed. Fuck you. Fucking psychopaths. You know. But Bulgarian rednecks are like that. They try to wear like, you know, suits and shit to look successful, like to the supermarkets. Fuck you. Fuck you. So like this tells you like he's not just wearing some like sport jacket, like he's wearing like tailored suits, bro. He has like multiple. He has like, you know, the expensive hand tailored suits. He's like Dwayne Johnson. Like this is a guy is a psychopath that's like waiting to rape you. And there were already rumors that he tried to rape Alex Riley. He tried to rape one of the Spirit Squad guys. There's rumors that John Cena tried to touch him on the bus. And at first you would say, oh, it's probably bullshit, but then you hear David Otunga talk about what a fucking psychotic piece of shit he is, and it's like, oh wow, this actually might be right, bro, you know. So, and then John Cena apologizing to China. Oh, don't you know, I'm sorry, Taiwan is not a real country. I said Taiwan is a real country, I'm sorry, I meant no insult. No, China, I'm sorry. He's like doing a public apology speaking in Chinese, bro. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you need to like, I apologize to China because they said that Taiwan is a real country? It's like, that is some... People are still making fun of him to this day. Okay? It's like, you see, like, this guy's a fucking freak. Now, on the Bella's TV show, where Nikki Bella was dating him and they were making him, like, behave weird, I think that was just for the show. You know, it's a reality show. They're gonna make him weird so that people can talk about the show. You know how American shows are. It's always like fake. They make it like all crazy and shit. I don't think like he's that insane, but he's definitely fucking psychopathic, bro. Okay? And I mean, Nikki Bella is like she was beating her husband, so she's not like a wallflower anyway. But man, John Cena, like absolutely lost respect. Like this is not fucking okay. This is not like a friendly joke, like a friendly hazing. This is like hostile, trying to get guys fired, trying to like. It's not a funny joke. It's not like John Cena bringing me a smoothie instead of a coffee to like prank me. It's not like a friendly joke. It's like you're trying to get me fired. You're trying to use your status to like yell at me, humiliate me. That's not fucking okay. You know, gaslighting and shit. If you think hazing is okay, go to the army, get raped, let the officers rape you. Hey, it's cool, bro. It's funny. They just raped me, bro. It was funny. It's like, no, it's not funny. You got raped. Okay, it's not funny. Okay, when I made jokes about Rhea Ripley about talking about a block of cheese, that also was not funny to her, you know, because it's disgusting. But at least she knows I'm just an asshole joking. Like I'm not gonna ever meet her. Okay. Even if I get a job in America and I moved in some state, I'm not gonna like, oh, let's go drive for 4 hours to go annoy her. No, I'm not gonna spend $100 on gas to like go creep out Rhea Ripley. I'm just too lazy for that. Okay. I get that some people like to do funny prank videos, but like I'm not that type of asshole. Anyway, the deadline, NXT deadline pay-per-view, the women's match is like, bro, I gotta watch that tonight in HD. Like this is like next level. You've never seen shit like that. Kelani Jordan, Kendall Gray. I just saw their beginning. It was insane. Those women are going crazy, bro. Like I've never seen shit like that. This is like, this might be the best match of the year, probably. Like this is, bro, Kelani Jordan. I am such a fan. Okay, I am such a fan. Kelani Jordan is fucking awesome, bro. Anyway, Dynamite was fucking awesome too. John Moxley versus Takeshita. I didn't see most of the match, but the guys are saying it was like fucking amazing. So watch NXT, the pay-per-view, deadline. Watch last night's Collision, AW Collision. It's download it, save it, because one day you won't be able to find it. So download it and save it, because this is like the shit you're gonna be seeing multiple times. You're gonna be watching this like every year. It's fucking good. It's fucking good, bros. Okay, everybody, I'm also writing a new chapter on helping women. Helping women so they can find a wolf. I'm being a nice guy, okay? How to be wolfed until the day you die. That's the chapter, and it's only for women, okay? So, time for me to do some chores, do some cooking, and I want to play some games, bro. I want to upload this video. Love all of you. Love my old fans. Love my new fans. I love all of you. Have a great day.